About a week ago, I spent $220,000 on this Richard Mille watch, and I regret buying it. And just to put this into perspective, this watch costs more than the house that I grew up in. And if you would have told a 20-year-old Leo that was working at Metro PCS making $9 an hour selling iPhones and Androids that he was going to be buying a Richard Mille, he would have lost his freaking mind. Because honestly, this was the dream, right? This was like the ultimate symbol that I made it. But here's the thing, I regret buying this watch, and it's probably not for the reasons you think. And I'm just going to keep it 100 with you guys in this video and tell you exactly why I regret buying it, and well, I'm probably not going to go ahead and sell it. Because to be honest, what $220,000 taught me is worth way more than the watch itself. So let me just take it back a little bit, because I wasn't always buying $200,000 watches. You see, a couple years ago, about 6 years ago, I was literally working at Metro PCS, literally making $9 an hour and selling iPhones and Androids, and I was broke as fuck. I'm talking about living with my parents. We were an immigrant family, and we grew up on food stamps and driving this beat up Toyota, hoping that one day I was gonna make it out. And I remember scrolling on Instagram and seeing these like 20-year-olds and like these young kids with like Lambos, Richard Milles, like Rolexes, and like they had this insane lifestyle. And I would see these watches, these Richard Milles, and I was like, I didn't even know what they were. Like, I was just like, if you have a Richard Mille, you probably have made it. Like, to be honest, I didn't even know how much they costed. I just knew that they were expensive, and these are the epitome of like, you made it. So I made a promise. When I make it out, and I'm not talking about just like make it out my 9 to 5. I'm talking about when I like really make it out, I build a brand, I build this $1 million business, I'm gonna get myself a Richard Mille. And that was like one of my first pieces of inspiration. Like, I even went ahead and like printed a canvas with a Richard Mille. It was like a $2 million Richard Mille, but I used it as visualization and manifestation. I was like, I'm gonna get that watch one day. And I just locked in. I put my head down, I started entrepreneurship, I started a million different businesses, and I failed. I failed a lot. And then I ran into drop shipping, and then again, I failed for 2 more years, but it was the only business model that I was like, I know I could do this. I used to flip shoes on eBay, so I always knew how to like sell things and sell products online. And I just knew that this business model made millionaires and billionaires. And I was like, you know what? If there's any business model that's going to take me all the way there to buying a Richard Mille, it's probably going to be e-commerce and drop shipping. So I kept going and going, and eventually it clicked. 3 years in, I ran into the product we have today, and we built a multi-million-dollar brand. We made over $50 million. We started averaging like $1 million a month, and I retired my mom. That was the first thing I did. Like, I retired my mom. I got my Lamborghini, so I have a Rubicon Evo, and then I got this sick place. I paid $18,000 for this place here in Tampa, Florida, and I did that all with e-commerce. I started drop shipping and then built a brand from there. But it really changed everything. And to be honest, on paper, it felt like I made it, but like internally, I still somewhat felt like that broke kid from Metro. Like, I always struggled with like feeling like the broke version of myself. Yes, I had made it on paper, but sometimes I would still deal with like that broke Leo that was working at Metro PCS. And that's the thing about success that nobody talks about. It's like the thing that got you to the current level is going to keep you stuck at your current level. And it's basically like what got you here is not going to get you there, right? So at this point, I'm making $1 million a month. I'm comfortable. I'm living. I'm safe. I feel like I'm winning. But then I noticed, like, I stopped growing. And I'm not talking about in revenue. Like, the businesses kept growing. We still have more people. But I stopped growing as a person. I was like borderline playing it safe. I kept making the same decisions that I would make as the person that was making way less money. I was somewhat thinking like the old version of myself, like the broke version of myself, or the person that just made it. And sometimes I would hesitate on investments, and I would be like, oh, like, is that safe? Or what if I lose it? And even in meetings, I would like downplay my success because I didn't want to seem like I was flexing, because like, I don't know why, like I was just dealing with this, like these limiting beliefs. And I realized I was operating from the same identity that got me here. I was like in this comfort zone. And bro, you can ask any successful person, like comfort zones are dangerous because like you feel like you're moving, but you're not, you're just maintaining, right? You're just like keeping the same thing going. So I asked myself, what would make me uncomfortable? What would take me out of this zone? What would force me to level up my thinking? What would push me out of this comfort zone? And of course, the answer was obvious. It was buy the fucking watch, right? Buy the watch that you've always wanted. It's do the uncomfortable. That $220,000 watch, I felt like I wasn't ready or I didn't need right now, was the move I needed to make to feel uncomfortable. The safe version of myself would just be like, oh, invest the money. Like, don't spend $220,000 on a watch, just invest it. But I knew that comfort would kill me, and I didn't want to be comfortable anymore. I wanted to force the level up. So I made the decision. I'm buying the watch, not because I need it, but because it fucking scares me. And look, anything that scares you is probably the thing that you need to do to grow. So I hit up a dealer in Miami I knew had the piece, and I was like, yo, you got the 67? He's like, yep, I got the 67. And I was like, that's the one I want. That's the one I want before my birthday. He's like, all right, cool. I'll get you set up. Here's an invoice. Just make the wire. And then a couple days later, guess what? The watch came. And my heart was fucking racing. And not from like, oh, I'm so happy to get my Richard Mille that I've been looking forward to. No, I was fucking scared. I wasn't excited. I was genuinely scared. Because here's the thing. I did something that the old version of myself would never have the balls to do. And that's exactly what I needed to do. So the watch comes in, I unbox it, put it on Instagram. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I put it on my wrist for the first time. And I just feel uncomfortable. And I'm really feeling for like that sense of validation. Like, yo, like I made it, right? Like this is the piece. But it was just weird. I was so uncomfortable. The piece is so light. Like this is such a light watch. But it felt fucking heavy. Like it felt so heavy on my wrist. It was so heavy in my head because it was like so much. And that's when these little voices came into my head. They were like, oh, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve this $220,000 watch. But what's so funny is that that's exactly what I knew I was going to hear. Because those little voices, that was the broke little Leo talking in my head. You don't deserve this. You're not ready for this. And that's when I realized, like, I genuinely bought the watch to kill the old version of myself. But that old version of myself was still in my head because even though I had a brand, it made millions per month. I retired my mom. I built this phenomenal life, but deep down, I still felt like that broke Leo was still in my head, telling me I don't deserve to wear a $220,000 watch. And it was weird. That first day, I would just look down on my wrist and I would be like, I feel like I'm wearing someone else's watch. Like I stole it. Like someone was gonna come up to me and be like, yo, like, give me my watch back. Like, that's not yours. And that feeling, that imposter syndrome I was having, I knew I needed to kill, but it was still there. It was still in my head, talking to me every single day, still arguing with me. So even though I was super uncomfortable, the next day I just started to wear it. I started to wear it and I was like super hyper aware of this watch. I felt like it was weird because I was like, oh, I don't want to scratch it. Or like, what if like someone wants to steal it? Or like, what if something happens to it? Like, I was like super hyper aware. I was like, I don't want to fuck this up. And again, it was like something I've never done. It was $220,000 on my wrist. I didn't want to scratch it. I didn't want to lose it. I was like in this like weird, like hyper analytical stage of like making sure the watch is still there and in good condition like every 5 minutes. And the wildest thing is that I even started looking at insurance. I'm like, dude, like what if something happens to it? Like I gotta insure it. Let me get a quote on it just to protect it. But I didn't buy this watch to get insurance on it and like feel like I have to protect it. Like that's so weird. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I bought this watch to be successful and I'm stressed out about insuring it. It doesn't even feel like I'm successful. It feels like I have anxiety. Like it feels like I'm tripping. Like I just spent all this money on something that was supposed to level me up, but I'm just anxious all the time. Like this doesn't even make sense. And look guys, I can't even make this up. I'm wearing the watch. I feel like I don't deserve it. I'm feeling anxious. I'm looking into insurance and I'm sitting there. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just fucking sell the watch because I don't want it. Like I'm not ready for this. Maybe I should just go sell it. Let me just see if the guy can go buy the watch back. And again, that was another moment. I just felt like I wasn't ready for it because that's exactly what the old version of myself would say. You're not ready for this. You don't deserve this watch. This is too much. This is too much for you. But then I realized I have two choices. Choice one, I sell the watch and I prove to myself at least the old version of myself, that he was right. I'm not ready for this level up. Or choice number 2, I forced myself to become the person that wears a $220,000 watch casually. I forced the identity shift. I forced the level up. But here's the thing about forcing the level up. It's supposed to feel uncomfortable. It wouldn't be me leveling up. It would just be me maintaining. And growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. Growth only happens when you do shit that scares you. When you step into a new identity before you feel ready. So I made a decision. I'm keeping the watch. And I'm gonna keep it until it feels normal. I'm gonna wear it to the gym. I'm gonna wear it to the pool. I'm gonna wear it to meetings. I'm gonna wear it every fucking day I want. And I'm gonna force myself to become the version that just wears a $220,000 watch casually, because that's who I need to become if I want to get to the next level. And if I just sell the watch, I'm going to prove to myself that I'm not ready for it. So why would I prove that old version of myself that he's right? Or even the comfortable millionaire Leo that feels like everything's a-okay in his little comfort zone. Why would I prove to that person he's right? Because look, 1 week ago, that comfortable Leo regretted buying a $220,000 watch. But 1 week later, I officially killed that version of myself that was comfortable, that was okay, that was not ready for the next level. And I became a new version of myself that wears a $200,000 watch casually. Because he can. Because he can do anything he wants to. And this isn't just about me or the watch or anything. It is about forcing the level up in every aspect of your life when you're not ready for it. Sometimes the biggest battles we fight is ourselves and our old beliefs that we still have. I challenge you to change that. And if you're still watching this video, do something that scares you. Do something that pushes you into an uncomfortable state that forces you to level up. Believe me, it changed my life. So hopefully this video was insightful and you can extract some lessons from my life and things that we still deal with even after being successful and things that we have to overcome. And if you guys like these type of videos, make sure you drop a like and some comments on what kind of videos you guys want to see from me in the future. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.